For Crema Media's Polity, I'm Sane Dhlamini. Researcher and analyst Professor Raymond Suttner joins me for Suttner's View, a weekly commentary on South Africa's political scene. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you.
In December, we witnessed Cyril Ramaphosa winning the ANC presidential race. Do you think the ANC can be saved by Ramaphosa before 2019 elections?
You know, these words like a race, sort of because I've been in the ANC, I react against these words race. Like ENCA had a series called The Race, and the idea is that the ANC now is reduced to individuals. I have a problem with that. I'm not in the ANC at the moment, but I have a problem with that because if the ANC is to recover any of its capacity as an organization, it can't rely on an individual alone. It must have strong branches, must have strong regions, must have strong provinces. People must be active, not merely for elections at a conference or elections, general elections for getting the ANC into power. So to me, it's not up to Cyril Ramaphosa. It's up to whether Cyril Ramaphosa and the people around Cyril Ramaphosa in the leadership can rebuild the ANC as an organization. You know, the ANC, as you said now, buys branches, people buy branches, they buy voters, all those sorts of things. Now, what Cyril Ramaphosa has come into office in a situation where deals were done by various people, had nothing to do with national democratic revolution or the character of the ANC and liberation legacies. So it's not political. To me, Cyril Ramaphosa, you can't look at Cyril Ramaphosa alone to clean up to rebuild the ANC. ANC has to be rebuilt from the bottom up as well as from the top down, and the language of building structures has to be recovered. Now, some provinces are better than others. In this province here, Gauteng, in my opinion, there is a higher degree of organizational functioning than you will find in many of the others. But I'm not sure the ANC can recover.
You've spoken about what should be done, like rebuilding the branches. What else should be on his to-do list in order to save the ANC?
I'm not looking to Cyril Ramaphosa to save the ANC. You know, personally, what I'm saying in my article that I wrote this week is that not one individual can rebuild, reconstruct the ANC as an organization that contributes to an emancipatory future in South Africa. Now, it requires a range of people in the ANC, but I'm arguing that the forces of corruption, the forces of violence, the forces of lawlessness are so strong that Cyril Ramaphosa needs the help, in my opinion, of a range of sectors, people who came in the streets against corruption, state capture, all those things. He needs a range of those people, and I'm not assuming that Cyril Ramaphosa has all the ideas. Some of those ideas may come from the support saying to him, look, we're backing you because we're expecting this. So it's not me looking to Cyril Ramaphosa as a demigod to save us. I don't believe in messianic figures, and I don't think Cyril Ramaphosa must be attributed with messianic qualities. We must advance our ideas. If we're members of the ANC or if we're not members of the ANC, try and bring those into a program that he can realize, that he and the organization can realize. It's not he. ANC is not an individual.
In the recent speeches, we've heard him talking about rooting out corruption, and there's been wide calls for the NEC to oust President Jacob Zuma. Do you think the NEC can do that?
Look, people who are calling for the rooting out of corruption are responding to a widespread feeling in the country that the country is in crisis, that the state-owned enterprises are being depleted of resources, that the fiscus is under threat, and we've got huge debts and all of that. The idea of removing Zuma, first of all, doesn't appear that Zuma wants to just go, because Zuma faces charges. He may feel that he has a better chance of warding off being an accused in court and losing other ill-gotten gains if he remains president of the country. So you have the resistance of Zuma. You have an ANC leadership that is split. Now, it may well be, as I said, I think in the other interview, is that people change sides if they see that the future is with Ramaphosa. It's not principle necessarily. They change sides, but the public, I think, public opinion is very much in favor of a new broom sweeping clean and all this sort of thing. So that that may also help, but it's not going to be easy to remove Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma is not sort of, also I don't know if you get overwhelming NEC support to remove him, and then they have to go, do they go via a motion of no confidence? Do they go via impeachment? Impeachment needs a big majority. And so I think it'll be very difficult to remove Zuma, but all these court cases are coming to a head as well. These court cases are also making it difficult for Zuma. But on the other hand, if you were Zuma and things were closing in on you, maybe you'll hold on to what power you have. And maybe even he'll dismiss Ramaphosa as deputy president of the country. Anything is possible with Jacob Zuma.
And lastly, Raymond, what is your comment on the fact that KZN does not even have a single representative in the NEC?
Yeah, I don't feel strongly about it. The KZN doesn't have a legally constituted provincial executive. The people who are acting as provincial executive were declared to be unconstitutionally elected. So whether you have, I don't believe that in the NEC, it's got in the NEC, but it hasn't got in the top 6. Is that what you mean? It's got amongst NEC members, it's got members. It has got members, but it hasn't got, that's the top 6. Look, it is desirable to have members coming from a number of different parts of the country and ethnic groups and gender and all these things. But personally, I don't see it as a tragedy.
Thank you, Raymond.
Thank you.
That was Professor Raymond Suttner speaking to Crema Media's Polity about the ANC conference and its aftermath.